Yes. All right. Today we're going to be making, holiday M&M chocolate chip cookies. Yes. And Chloe's going to be my helper today. All right. So start with 5 cups of flour in a medium-sized mixing bowl. We're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Yeah. Okay, then you just want to carefully mix these up so you don't get too much flour dust in the kitchen. Ooh. All right, and then you're going to set this aside. Now, in a very large mixing bowl, this is a 8-quart capacity. You want it to have convex sides on the bottom, so it'll be easy to stir when you get down there, because we're making a double batch.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to make almost 5 pounds of cookies. We have 4 sticks of butter, which is 1 pound. These got to be room temperature butter. You're also going to need 2 eggs that are room temperature eggs. Okay, we're going to start by adding in 1.5 cups of white sugar. And then we're going to need 2 cups of dark brown sugar. Make sure this is packed dark brown sugar. Look at that. It looks like we're making a sand castle.
Yeah.
All right, we're just going to mix these together for about a minute. Get that sugar really well creamed together with your butter. After you get that butter and sugar creamed together, we're going to add 4 teaspoons of vanilla. We're using imitation vanilla. Then you're going to add in those 2 eggs, room temperature.
Can I do the next one?
Nope. Then you're going to want to incorporate those eggs and vanilla really well. Oh, well, we're all done with the mixer now. Okay, and now we're going to add in this flour. You're going to let Grandma do the flour too, because it'll get all over the kitchen. I just got the kitchen clean. So you're going to add about half of the flour. And this part here, I'd suggest doing by hand so that you don't coat your kitchen in flour dust. And just kind of use the back of your spoon to push down and turn until it's incorporated mostly, and then we'll add the other half of the flour. Now we're going to add in the rest. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, this almost looks like cookies, but it isn't.
Oh, yeah, almost. Oh, you're going to want to heat the oven to 350 degrees. We're going to cook some now, but most of this we're going to put into a gallon Ziploc bag, store it in the freezer until we're ready to fill up our cookie baskets in a day or 2.
Yes.
Okay, right about here, when you're going to want to go in at it with your fingers, because you want a little bit of flour in there to kind of coat your hands just slightly. Just slightly. And then just start pushing it down to incorporate it. You'll know when you got this mixed up really well, because it'll pull clean away from the edges of the bowl when it's done. Okay, and then you're going to add in a 10-ounce bag of mini M&Ms. We're picked the holiday versions for the cookie baskets. These aren't near as sweet as chocolate chips, so we'll also be adding some chocolate chips. 10-ounce package is 1.5 cups. And we're also going to be adding a 1/2 cup of miniature chocolate chips. This will give it that sweetness that the M&Ms are lacking. Okay, and then just mix that in with your fingers. You can use a spoon if you want, but it'll take you twice as long, I promise. Yes, it's only a little extra work to mix the double batch, I promise. A single batch takes the exact same amount of time, maybe less, 2 minutes. So twice the cookies for 2 extra minutes of kneading. Not a bad trade-off.
Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this cookie dough actually smells amazing. Smell it.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
It smells like cookie doughs.
It just kneaded a few times till those are really well distributed and you don't have a big pile of them hanging out at the bottom of the bowl. That's perfect. Okay, now you can go ahead and put this into a gallon Ziploc bag until you're ready to bake it. Or you could preheat your oven to 350 degrees. We could bake a couple right now. We have a cookie dough baller or a cookie scoop. That's what we're using. And we're just going to leave them just like that, little round balls. We're going to cook 4 of them for now, because these are for our family. We're just doing a little sample. We're going to bake these for 10 to 12 minutes. So let's see how they look at 10 minutes. This is what they look like after 10 minutes. And you want that just barely starting to crack. Soft golden around the edges. Shut that off. These will deflate a little bit and finish cooking a little bit longer as they cool on the sheet. You don't want to try to twist them off for about 10 minutes. Oops, I almost forgot to save one. So we can show you what they look like after they cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.